How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we have a lunchtime stream of, DC United. A little bit of a, not Marvel, but a little bit of DC action going on. Also, I want to announce that I did get the Extra Life page set up. As you can see, I'm wearing my Extra Life shirt. And in the chat, there is a link. You can go out there, you can donate. You can do a normal $1 donation. We just thank you. Or you can choose one of our incentives. I will have a full incentive video, but basically it's calling for charity this year. We're getting rid of the hundreds and hundreds of games and promos and things that we have in our collection as well. You can go look at our collection videos. And if you have any games you think we should call, well, let me know in the comment of those videos. And then Streamlabs is also, we're doing what Streamlabs just said. We're also doing Game Changer. So Game Changer is while I'm playing a game, for the Megaverse campaign, you can help me out. We're not letting you hurt me during the Megaverse campaign, but any other game like this one, DC Hush, if you're in the live stream, you can go out, make a donation, and tell me what good or bad thing you want to happen. But either way, let's go ahead and flip over and let's see what Superman does. There, yes, right on spot. So here, one thing, I am using the Mini from Mars tokens to show those off since he was kind enough to send those to me. Those will be in a future giveaway. I have a bunch of Marvel United stuff we're going to bundle together as a future giveaway for Extra Life, probably during game day or game week. Streamlabs is a little bit overzealous there. I don't know why. I've got it set to like, how many minutes have I been streaming? 5 minutes? Yeah, that seems a little bit overzealous there, Streamlabs. It should be going every 8 or 10 minutes. Either way, let's go ahead and go with Superman. So Superman's special setup, we did have to give Batman the kryptonite ring, which is way up here. The kryptonite ring is permanent. Once on your turn, if any Kryptonian villain or henchman is in your location, you can punch them. During your turn, you may forfeit an action to give this card to another player. This card is turned face down by any effect removed from the game. I'm guessing I would still need to technically get him to be vulnerable. I don't know. That's what we're going to play. He has 8 hit points. Wow. 1, 2. I didn't even put him on there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I did have to do that. The special setup is adding the Poison Ivy token. Again, well, that's way up here. The Poison Ivy token and Superman 2 Kane chemicals, besides giving the ring to Batman. His special rules. Superman can only be damaged by a hero in his location who has the Kryptonite ring equipment card. On a KO, bam. So we have to have that ring. Oh, that makes it way more difficult. Okay. On his BAM, deal 2 damage to one hero in his location. And then we move the Poison Ivy counter clockwise 1 location. If he is under threat, so this is a new thing for DC United. There's this new under threat, or what do they call this? Under pressure. When they're under pressure, they have this new ability that will activate either on cards or in his case, the BAM. So instead of 2 damage, he will do 3 damage to one hero. We still move her 1 location unless there are 2 or more heroes in the destination location. So if there's 2 or more where she would go, then she doesn't move. I guess she stays put. She's afraid to move. All right. And then overflow. If the Poison Ivy token is an overflow location, then we're moving it to an adjacent location clockwise. Villainous plot, we lose if her token makes it all the way back to Kane chemicals. That's basically the loss condition. The threat cards are all pretty much the same. They're this Poison Ivy control. When this threat is cleared, move Poison Ivy 1 location counterclockwise. So it's the way for us to get her back to the beginning. Now, I'm going to say that villainous plot is when she returns going clockwise, because it would make no sense if we pushed her back from, say, Roxbury Fielding Academy. Or do you can't complete that? I wonder if anybody has asked that question and if the designer actually ever replied. Because he's not been very reply-y since the Simon debacles. I'd imagine he's still on the payroll because they got to finish the game, right? Let's see here. Forums. Complexity, availability. Punchline. Somebody's asking about taking out the wilds, which you guys know I never do. Did they? Well, this one, that's not nice. Did you play test this garbage? Heroes and King Chemicals block Ivy movement overflow. So it says they block. So they're saying put 2 heroes in King Chemicals and you can't win, or you can't lose. Oh. Okay, Beezy? Beezy's hacking up a hairball. I don't know why. So, Superman hero, Poison Ivy control card. Here we go. No, that's playing as Superman. Control damage. There you go. Poison Ivy token movement. If you complete a threat and move her back to King Chemicals, is that considered a loss? This person played it as a yes, but yeah, it's weird. Rules are written. Heroes lose. A Poison Ivy token returns to King Chemicals. Thematic intent is that Ivy is developing her control and the token advancing through all 6. It's a ticking clock, tug of war, trying to push back. Interpreted either way. I'd play rules as intended version instead. Ivy's token is clearly designed as a doom clock. Players should not be punished for clearing the threat. Rules as written keep the game from being prematurely. It's punishing players for being efficient. It's punishing them for not paying attention to the villain's special win condition. If you finish a threat immediately, this one's saying as written, meaning she goes backwards, you still lose. Because it says you're not being efficient by removing the threats immediately. Solving a threat and completing mission are 2 different things. Punish players for being efficient is using actions and effects to clear out threats right away. My point was that the designers were already okay with punishing efficiency. Druid chimed in a United thread that heroes do lose if clearing a threat pushes Ivy token. Okay, so the oddest place you have to go find the answer. The answer is actually in a Marvel United rules thread. So of all places. So yes, if we push her back to King Chemicals, we lose. All right, so now we have that clarified. For all of you that may be coming into this later, I guess I will put a rules clarification section in there. All right, I think we're good. So yeah, all of them are the exact same, so I don't need to go over all of them. So there we go. All right, now we are set up. Superman's just slightly crooked for me. I had to cover up my Marvel United, put the DC Hutch United up there. That was kind of ingenious of me, to be honest. I am a little disappointed with the location selection. I'm disappointed with location selection. I'm not really a fan of what they did with the locations because none of these are really thematic to who we're playing as, right? There's no Metropolis area or location. There's no Bat Caves. There's no Gotham, right? It's just random locations. Hi, Lucita. Hi, Lucy. Daddy's recording right now, sweetie. Yeah, Dad does tokens. Dad does tokens. You have to go with Mama. No, those are Dad does tokens. Thank you. Thank you. Those are Dad does tokens too, sweetie. Can you go play with Mama with your tokens? Go play with Mama with your tokens, okay? Daddy will come and play later. Bye, sweetie. Piquitos. It would be. I had the door partially closed and then Bella opened it up and then she comes running. Either way. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we do have a starting master plan card with Superman. He's going to go 3. He's going to bam right off the bat. 1, 2, 3. He's immediately hitting us. And this is a starting card. You have to start with this card, which means she's immediately moving. Falling under Ivy's control. Accelerate the next villain turn. So he gets to go twice. Oh no, by 1. So he's going after 2. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. I am not a fan of these minis. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat. I was not a fan painting their capes. I'm not a fan with their size. DC required them to make them slightly bigger than Marvel because they wanted to be like, oh, our minis are bigger. And they really don't fit well on these boards. Bam. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his location. Oh, am I already going to have to use my ignore 1 damage dealt to any hero in your location, then turn this face down? I'm going to have to, like right off the bat. Already going to have to do that. Recharge at the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token to turn this face up. Which again, Batman won't have to do because his starting card, I think, lets him do that. We'll get rid of the single punch for Batman. So we ignored 1 damage. Batman took the other damage. Poison Ivy moves. I would rather have a Poison Ivy mini, but of course, we don't have our DC United yet. All right. And then we are going to accelerate. Where's my acceleration? All right. So put that one there. We do need to put out our civilians. So 1, 2. So he's going to go right there. I need to put out some civilians. So again, these are the minis from Mars. So if you are interested in these, there is a link in the description to get these little guys. Like I said, I will be giving these away in a future giveaway with some of the extra Marvel United stuff we have. All right, so we have civilians everywhere. That was not fun. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and I don't think I need to recharge 2 equipment cards right now, so we're just going to do that one. You guys can't see the wild because of my ingenious plan here. So we will do 1 wild action. Don't forget to draw a card. Draw a card will. Doesn't change what I'm going to do. We'll do 1 action, so we will go ahead and rescue a civilian, get them out of there. And then I can either recharge 2 or recharge up to 2 of your equipment cards at the end of your turn. Okay, so yeah, using your turn. So we'll go ahead and do our Batarang, which then gets this guy, gets rid of the thug over here. And then at the end of our turn, we get to recharge them both. I like that. That's fun. Batman's fun. All right, so then Huntress gets to go. We don't have any team decks, so that's something different. All right, so Espionage, look at the top card of any deck. You may put it at the bottom. And this is any deck, so we could do his deck or our deck. Considering he's about to go again. But again, here's the only problem with these ones. Is like look at the top card and then put it at the bottom. I don't know if the next card after that would be any better, right? Like, is that going to be any better? We have a move and a punch. And then we have a single action. I think we'll hold on to that for a minute until we can maybe do something to Superman. Like right now we can't really do anything with Superman. Move and a punch, I guess, because we have 2 of those. And that gives Catwoman something to do on her next turn. So we will go ahead and move and punch. And now Superman gets to go again. Oh, she also has a wild. So before she left, rescue that civilian. All right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, jeez. 5 and a bam. So she takes 2 damage. Man. Using your turn to move. Using your turn an opponent location, adjacent location. Beginning of your turn, discard a token. Well, this one, it immediately, the motorcycle is a one-time use. Well, I said I wasn't really happy with the espionage, so let's get rid of the espionage and the single wild. Wow, that was horrible. And then move the poison ivy counter token. Yeah. And then controlling minds, add 1 thug to poison ivy's location in both adjacent locations. So 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. All right. So, get rid of that acceleration token. I don't want that anymore. All right, Catwoman's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hers, using your turn, punch in an adjacent location or move a thug or civilian from an adjacent location to your location. So that's her whip. At the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token. Her goggles, using your turn, this turn you may ignore a location's permanent end of turn effects that would affect you, then turn. Okay, so that would be, I think here, yeah. So Ivy, and then I think the locations I didn't use also have a negative effect on them. All right, Master Stealth, you can redirect damage you would take and tokens you're given to other heroes, which would then, deflect it back to Batman. She has a move and a punch. Take 1 equipment owned by another hero in your location, then gain an action token. Or if you're in a location, oh, she gets to steal equipment. Which means she could take the ring. I don't know if that's what I want to do. Just go with redirecting damage. I need to get Poison Ivy pushed back. I only have a move and a punch. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get that out. Let's just get her stealth out. We're going to, do we use her whip now? No, because I'm going to have to move and punch and go over there anyways. So, we got 2 moves actually. Say Superman goes 1, 2, 3. This would be more where I'd worry because it's only got 1 space. So, let's use the wild to start progress on this. And then we'll go 1, 2, punch here. And then let's just go ahead and do it. Let's use our whip to get rid of that one too. Yep. All right, back to Batman. So, Batman is down to 2 cards. I don't know if any of these are healing locations. Let me figure out which one's a healing location, because maybe I didn't want to do that. No, that's not healing. 2 or more. Yeah, that's gain stuff. That's an end-of-turn bad thing. All right. In Sicily. The school, punchy stuff. The academy, token stuff. So, yeah, there's no drawing cards. No healing. All right, Batman. Guess we'll do the double, just a single wild. All right, so he has 2 wilds, so that will complete this. We complete that. It's 1 threat cleared. Moves Ivy back 1 token, or one location. I have a move. I don't think I want to do that. If there are 2 or more civilians here, there are. You may gain a move or action token. Otherwise, add a civilian. So let's gain a action token. And then we can use the Batarang to defeat him. Oh, hang on. Does that have to be my adjacent location or my location? Adjacent location. So, which works. That's that one. All right. And then I can't use the armor because it doesn't work right now. So then we will just go ahead and do that. And then Huntress really needs to heal. She's got 1 card. Oh, man. So, double wild. So we can't complete another task because that'll push Poison Ivy back here. We got to leave her there. So we could start work on one. I don't think I want to. We have a move and punch. She could go here. But now we kind of want to leave these 2 civilians here, right? Yeah. So she has 1 wild. So I think we do the move and punch. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to let Bella in. All right, there's the beanies. All right, so what was I doing? Sorry. So we have moving a punch and a wild. So let's go ahead and we can get started on this. We don't have to complete it. Let's get started on that. We're gonna move. We're gonna punch. We're gonna put him under pressure pretty quickly here, unfortunately, I think. All right, so that was 3. So this does now go to Soups. Luckily, she's in this spot, so if damage comes in, Batman can prevent one of them. Which is exactly what's happening. Holy cow. 1. Oh, I forgot she ended there. So she does get a token. Bam. So deal 2 damage to 1 hero. So Batman is going to have to take that. He is going to use his gauntlets to block 1. Get rid of the move and the punch. Oh wow, they're both at 1. What's KO? KO, we do another bam. Oh, that could be nasty. All right, and then we do. Where's he at? Civilian there. Civilian there. Woo! We got to get over to Sicily. 2 civilians there. Sicily is full. Sicily is full. Complete occupancy. No visitations allowed. Ugh. Okay. So who are we up to? We are on Catwoman. So I'm a little bit. It's kind of off, right? Because Catwoman is out of order now. She has the most health, too. So, at the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token. So she kind of got it up here to be able to get her whip back. So. Oh, forgot. Bam. Needed to move Poison Ivy. Right? 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, she's right there because we moved her back 1 already. All right, so we can complete an objective now. We have a move and a punch because of Huntress. So we can come here, punch that. Dang it, all of her stuff's like take 1 equipment by another location, they gain a token, or if you're in a location with a thug, gain a punch. So take an equipment owned by another hero in your location. Okay, there's no hero in my location, so I can't do that. They would gain 1 punch token. Or, if you're in a location with a thug, gain that. So the or would be because I'm not doing that first part. So that works, but I don't need a double move. Oh, and I probably need this when I play the card, right? Because it would be if I'm in a location, meaning I'm already in that location. Yeah. So this is a start of turn thing, so that doesn't help me yet. So I could do move, punch, and get rid of both of these guys. Move, punch, move, punch. I could just do move, action, which just randomly I'd be putting an action down. We get a punch on this one. Maybe that's what I do. Let's do the move, action. We move, action. So we move, punch, move, action. Right. Back to Batman with his 2 cards. Ugh, man. Yeah, this is rough without a healing. You can't escape from the Batman that easy. Next villain turn. Villains and henchmen in your location can't leave it. I kind of don't want to keep him there. Kind of want him to leave because I hate for it to be a BAM. Because if it's a BAM, we're getting knocked out. So we're definitely not playing that. So I guess we're going to play this one. We have a 2 move, 2 actions. So we'll move 1. We'll do the second action here. 1, 2. Moves Poison Ivy back. Finish that. You may discard a card to either recharge, turn face up one of your equipment cards, or gain 1 token. You discard 1 card to either recharge one of your equipment cards. So here's the question. Okay, to either recharge. Okay, I needed to get that either part. You may discard 1 card as the first part to either recharge or gain. Okay, I was trying to run that through. Is the or conditional, or can I do both? I can't discard a card because I only have 1 card, which means I would knock myself out, which then would BAM, which then would knock out Huntress, who would also get knocked out. So I don't want to do that end of turn effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. All right. So Huntress does need to get over here because that's nasty. So we don't want that overflow. So what can she do? Batman gets to flip over this. I couldn't use his Batarang because there was nobody to hit in an adjacent location. So Huntress has a move and an action, which is fine because that'll take care of that. Look at the top card of any deck. You may put it at the bottom. So this is any deck. So that would even be our decks. Where she has a double wild. Let's double wild it. So you're going to move. She's going to do 1, 2. And then for the third one, we'll go ahead and start on this. So we have it ready for us. Technically, I should have done that with Batman's. I should have gotten that started with that 1 action token. And then for hers, I'm going to keep hers because her crossbow needs it to recharge. So we'll keep that. However, use on your turn, punch in the opposite location or a location adjacent to that. Huh. Oh, opposite location. So way over here. Or the one adjacent to that. Holy cow, that's weird. On your turn, punch in the opposite location or the location adjacent to that. So before she left, I should have done this crossbow. So I would have done the crossbow. That would have gotten rid of him. And then I used the action token to flip that back over. Okay, that's kind of neat. All right, so 1, 2, 3. So that's as much as I can do. Hopefully he doesn't move 1. If Superman moves 1, Huntress is down. All right, so do not move 1, Supes. 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, he does no damage. Poison Ivy token still moves. We don't have to worry about the up, and away because he is not under pressure yet. Superman moves to the location opposite to here with Kryptonite Ring, so he'd be running away from Batman. And then he does add 2 civilians here. We got to rescue some civilians. We got to rescue some civilians. There's just way too many out there. All right, so we can complete an objective again because she moved one spot, so we can complete one objective. I got a double wild, so actually I can complete an objective here. All right, where are we in danger of overflow? There. If there is another hero in this location, one hero. Okay, so I need two heroes to make this work. Oh, dang it! And I got rid of that thug for her to be able to use her card. This turn, punch on the previous hero card as punch. Treat each punch on the previous hero. Okay, so this, we need her to have this and the ring at the same time. So, oh, I don't like any of her other cards. There's nothing out here to punch. Superman's not putting out any thugs. And this take equipment doesn't do any good. Because it's not an ongoing ability. That's all I can do. I gotta do a move and a punch. That's just probably the worst possible move. Yeah. So, she has 2 wilds, so we will go ahead and complete this one. Which is 3 down. Alright. Problem is I can't complete the thugs. So, I put him under pressure. I can't complete another objective either this turn. So, I can't put him under pressure. So, the goal would be that he puts out thugs next time, so I can complete the thugs and then be able to do that. Question is, do I want to move her? Because I can't use this ability. So if I move her, then on the next turn I can get that free punch, I think. I think that's what I want to do. So, go to Batman. Oh, Batman. Mentoring. So this is also a new type of card. It's got this little arrow. Basically, at any time I can flip this over and use the ability. But it says, if Robin is about to be KO'd during the villain turn, flip this card to avoid Robin discarding his last card. So technically it does absolutely nothing in this playthrough. And then I can't escape Batman. So, punches do... Holy cow, all these punches do no good. All these punches are being wasted. Man, that sucks. Yeah, that really... Superman, you need to be putting out some more thugs, man. So I guess I'd rather waste a single punch, because I can't use it this game anyways. Do I move him? Guess we move towards Superman, because unless he does a 0, we're good. All right, Huntress, please tell me you've got something better. So, punch doesn't do any good. Punch doesn't... Holy cow. Yeah, all right, guess we're using espionage. But I don't want to move her because I want Catwoman to be able to use her card. So, get the luck at the top card of a deck. I wish I would have seen that before Batman went. Yeah. So let's see what it is. All right, let's look at the top card of Superman's deck. So he's going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go here. The up, and away isn't going to take effect. He is going to add 2 civilians there, which means we are going to have an overflow. But the overflow only impacts if she is in. Poison Ivy token is in the overflow location or in an adjacent one. Move it clockwise to the next location, and she won't be. Well, she will be because she'll bam. So she'll end up moving to them. Okay, and we're gonna move her back on that one anyways. Oh, it says I can put this at the bottom. Do I put it at the bottom? I don't know what the next card's gonna be. I don't mind the overflow, and I don't mind getting the up, and away out before we put him under pressure. So I think we're good with that. We're going to keep it on the top. All right. So I don't need to move. I don't need to punch. So again, she got to do absolutely nothing on her turn. That's it. All right. So now we do the up, and away. So he's going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. He's going to put 2 here. 1, 2, 3. The bam occurs, which means this happens first. Sorry, that happened first. I got to do the bam first. Then the overflow happens. So she moves 1 more. Order of operation. That's the last thing you do is put those civilians out there. All right. All right. So who? Catwoman. All right. So we'll go ahead and do this. Do a move. Oh, wait a minute, I can't get the thug. There's no thug. So I can take her equipment card and she'll get an action token. So let's take the crossbow. And then she can get an action token. All right. Let's go ahead and move here just to be safe so we can maybe take care of those. Yeah, Lucita. I don't know if you guys can hear that. She's not happy right now for some reason. All right. And he didn't give us any thugs again. Holy cow. I just realized that. I don't know why it just dawned on me, but he didn't give us any more. Oh, yeesh. All right, so we're going to do 2 moves and an action. So, I mean, that's fine. 1, 2. 1, 2. Well, kind of isn't. I want to go here. Yeah, I'd rather go here. So, do 1 move. Do an action token here. I don't think I want to do the other move either. No. All right, back to Huntress. All right, so yay, punches. I'm just wasting punches. Holy cow. So, you defeat 2 or more thugs or a henchman this turn. At the end of the turn, you may gain 1 token. So I guess we're doing this one because there's no henchmen and there's currently no thugs. I'd rather keep the double punch for them, but so this isn't a wasted turn. We'll go ahead and put an action token there. And well, that's right. And then Batman's action token. So we actually complete this. So complete this one. So that puts him under pressure. Yoink. Yoink. So sliding these cards is actually more important in the DC one because you want to make sure you know that under pressure happened. If there are more thugs than civilians in this location, you must discard 1 action token if possible. Otherwise, you may draw 1 card. Ooh, it is the healing. Okay, so Sicily's the healing, but we can't have thugs there. So that's good. All right, that works out. So we're going to end our location there. We're going to draw 1 card and then add the thug here. That gives us the last thug we need too. So, all right, 1, 2, 3. Soup's turn. And of course, he's going to have a good thing I was able to. Well, no, that's still going to knock her out. Dang it. So, oh, forgot. Move the token back 1. Bam. So 2 damage. Knocks her out. Dang it. So it didn't matter that I drew that card. And then she got knocked out. Oh no, he's under pressure. So actually 3 damage to 1 hero on the location. Move the Poison Ivy token 1 clockwise unless there are 2 more heroes, which there's not. She got knocked out, so we bam again, which means we just basically move this token again. Controlling Minds, add 1 thug to Poison Ivy's location and the adjacent locations. So Poison Ivy's location and the adjacent locations. Adjacent locations is fine, but can't add the Poison Ivy's location, so she's going to go again. Holy cow. She accelerated quick, and I only have two more to knock her back. Oh, that was a horrible turn. Horrible turn of events. All right, Soups. You got me. I was like, it's only going to be bad if he moves one. He moves one. All right, Catwoman. So, the crossbow she stole isn't of any good. We need to take care of that. So I have the punch. I just need a move. And I stole the wrong thing to move. So let's do... Actually, if I use the martial art... Well, no, I gotta move. Saying if I use the martial arts, then that punch would count as a double punch. So let's do the double wild. Let's help out Batman on his turn. So we're going to use one wild to move and punch, which completes this. So now we can... I was saying now we can beat up on Superman, but we can't because we don't have the ring. Only Batman can beat up on Superman. Because you have to have the ring. So, I guess for our second wild, we will rescue a civilian. End of turn. If there aren't more, there's an equal number, then we can place a thug to draw a card. Let's get her healed up a bit too. Opposite location would be here, and then here. So we can go ahead and get rid of that guy too while we're at it. And then she has to ignore the effect, right? All right. So back to Batman. Batman can do damage because he's got the kryptonite ring. Can I get him over there though? What do I need? 1, 2. I need 3. I have 2 with the wild. And then I have the don't escape. The only problem with the don't escape is, although I can pass, this would work because I can pass the kryptonite ring to Huntress because she's still in my location. Doesn't matter if she's knocked out, I don't think. So this will give me 3 moves, and then we will ignore the punch. Now the question with the kryptonite ring, you may punch against them. See, I'm thinking this is just saying I can do the punch, is what it's saying. It's not saying I get a punch. I don't get a free punch with the ring. But I can use his Batarang when you turn punch in adjacent location. Yeah, so I can move and then use his Batarang. All right, so yeah, this is what we're gonna do because I have to use this token or one of my actions to give it to Huntress. So we're gonna do the double wild to move. I was gonna complete that, but I'm thinking no now. Not to do what I want to do. Hang on. Yeah, because I need 3 movement. Actually, no, I don't. Oh yeah, because I gotta be in that location to give it to her. Oh no, it says adjacent space. Okay, no, we're good then. Okay, it says I can do an adjacent space. So I'm tossing the ring to Huntress, who's currently laying on the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and use 1 wild to complete that, to get Ivy moved back, right? And then we're going to use these 2, 1, 2 to move, right? And then we're going to use our Batarang to do 1 damage to Superman, right? And then we're going to use the punch token to throw the kryptonite ring over to hold on, guys. That's probably still going to come through the door. She is screaming her head off. I do not know why. She's not happy about something. So she's at that terrible 2 age where, and she acts more like she's 3, where just certain things just set her off, and it's for no apparent reason. Parenthood, it's wonderful. All right, so hang on. Does this have to be my location? In your location. Dang it, it is my location. Okay, so that's not going to work like I wanted. All right, let's rewind that. So that didn't work the way I wanted. So basically, the only thing that's changing is I can't complete this. It's the only thing that's changing. I can't complete that so the way I wanted to. So I can still use my batarang. So the point of damage still happens with my batarang. It's just I have to use that other wild to move. And then I'm going to pass the kryptonite ring to Huntress. All right, if there are more thugs, which there are, must discard 1 action token if possible. I don't have an action token, so it's not possible. So that's just the way it is. You do get a free punch from the kryptonite ring. Do you get a free punch from the kryptonite ring? Okay, well, I'll say I get a free punch. I'm not gonna say I don't get a free punch. All right, we'll take the free punch. All right. I don't have an action token, so that doesn't happen. And then my ongoing ability flips this back over. Now I think Joker flips over your cards, so that's not going to be very helpful against Joker. All right, so Huntress comes back. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 for her turn. 4. She's got 3 cards left. All right, so she now has the ring. She has a move and a punch. I made the villain not move, and I didn't need to not make the villain not move. I mean, I guess technically yes, because he's here. But I need to get over here and finish this one. I left it way too far away. All right. So she's gonna not do the move to pass the kryptonite ring to Catwoman. The most I can do is espionage. Just look at the top card of the deck. That gives me a single punch. You do another move and punch, which would allow Catwoman to give the ring back to Batman. I think that's what we're going to do. Then move and punch. Because he's going to stay there for a whole nother turn. So technically everybody wants to stay here. Everybody wants to stay here. So we got 3 punches. I don't need to draw a card because I have enough cards on Huntress. Oh, forgot. Batman would still do this. Otherwise, you may... Oh, no. We can't do that because there's more thugs. So the otherwise doesn't take effect. Do I knock out the thug or do I just do all the damage? I think I just do all the damage to Superman. So that's 3 damage on Superman. We're hoping that we don't get an overflow. That's what we're hoping. All right. So that's 3. Oh, no, hang on. Dang it. Sorry. Forgot where he's accelerated. So there should go there. Superman should have gone first. So. Alright. So 2, but he's not moving. Bam. So he is going to do 2 damage. Batman is going to block 1 for Catwoman. We'll get rid of the single wild. Token does move 1. Heat Vision, deal 2 damage to 1 hero in a location adjacent to Superman or in a location opposite. So nobody's here, nobody's opposite. That didn't take effect. We do need to put out our last 3 civilians. 1 civilian there. Oh, we just lost the game. Dang it. We just lost the game. No, if she's in the overflow location, she's not in the overflow location. So we didn't lose the game. She has to be in that location, and she's not. All right. All right. So now we do the 3 punch. Punch, punch, punch. 3 punches, 2 Superman. And we are going to... Catwoman should have this. We're going to use one of the moves to give the ring to Catwoman. So now it is Catwoman's turn. She needs to do 3 damage. She has 1, and she has this fancy smancy do lots of punches cards. So the previous card counts as a double punch, right? And then a single punch. So that is 1, 2, 3. Siakabo. That is it. Wow, that was close. If this would have been the overflow, it would have been game over. But it wasn't. So we win. If I did something else wrong, let me know down in the comments, because that is probably that. That is probably the deal. All right, so we are going to do some minor first impressions. Again, we've played this game lots and lots. So where is my first impressions? Holy cow. Can't see today. There we go. Final thoughts. That's why I couldn't find it. Final thoughts. There we go. All right. So we're going to give final thoughts. Again, I am familiar, and we're all familiar with the United system. So this is more about the things that are different in this. The components are just the normal quality components. There's really no difference in the card quality, iconography, anything like that. These are, of course, the standard paper locations. I'm not a fan. That's why I've got the cardboard locations coming. Same with the dashboards and all that. I've got all the cardboard ones. And I didn't realize how much I missed those until I went to put this up. And I was going to use the regular tokens as well. And I'm like, no. So I had to get my acrylic tokens. So otherwise, I mean, the components are fine. I mean, they're fine for what they are. Especially in this particular case, it's a retail copy. The next are the mechanics. So the main new mechanics is the under pressure changes, right? That now things are more deadly when he's under pressure. So actually earlier I should have taken, Catwoman should have taken 3 damage. And again, this is just because it's a new rule. I forgot about it. She still had plenty of cards, but that's because of the new under pressure rule when he was done that. The other thing is the under pressure on the cards, which could take effect if he was under pressure. In our case, he never was when these cards came out, so we kind of lucked out there. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, I guess with any of them, and the card draw is always random and what you're going to get and when you're going to get it, so you can never really tell. It's kind of like when I was looking at like Huntress's espionage cards and the cards that let her look at the top of the deck. Like, I wouldn't know if looking at the top of the deck, is that card better or worse than the card that could be coming up after that, unless you've got the entire deck memorized, right? So not sure how I feel about that. The new flip over cards, again, I feel like I don't know if they're all situational, but in Batman's case, it was situational. And I couldn't even use it in this thing, but it is nice to have that extra thing. My only problem with that is you're adding more extra things to a game that's later in the series, which a lot of people like, but at the same time, you're making that particular version more complicated, right? And then you kind of think of it as like, well, am I now going to miss that extra thing when I'm playing the old stuff, right? And a lot of people said that with the equipment. A lot of people said that with like the new point use abilities and the starting cards. A lot of the original characters have none of that. So a lot of people are like, homebrewing, because it is things you would like to see in the older stuff, and CMON hasn't actually provided any kind of update packs. And probably won't, unfortunately. I believe the DC United is probably the swan song, although they didn't sell off the United system, so maybe. Difficulty. I feel like this is more difficult than some of the other core boxes. So you got to remember, the United Hush is a core box. This is not a expansion. It is not meant to be. And this happens a lot with games. When they make a new expansion, the power creep occurs. And it occurs because of a couple main reasons. One, the designer is more knowledgeable about his game. So he no longer sees the entry level plate. Like, how would a new player, somebody who's never played this game before? Two is, like I mentioned, the new mechanics you're adding. You're adding a whole bunch of new mechanics. Those new mechanics are going to make the game more difficult because you have to remember and upkeep them. Even me, right? I was still making mistakes, and I've played United a lot. And it's just because those new things you have to remember and keep track of. The last thing, of course, is the difficulty is appeasing your target audience, right? The mindset whenever they come up with a new either expansion or a standalone expansion is you're targeting people who have played this who want something more difficult. In my mind, they should add difficulty modifiers, not make the default difficulty higher, right? Now, again, we've got 2 more bosses we'll go through later in the week. I probably won't do final thoughts on those 2 videos, but we'll see. We'll see if they're equally difficult. I've seen in the forums people said this is a little bit more difficult. Fun it too. So there's a caveat here. One, I'm playing solo and I'm playing 3-handed, and I think that's where it comes in. Fun at 2, me and Audrey enjoy playing this at 2. But I will say that if you're going to play a 2, 3 is the ideal player count. 3-handed, or 3 characters, I should say. So if you're going to play a 2, play with 2 characters. Have we played 2 players with only 2 characters and 1? Yes. Have we probably lost more because it wasn't ideal? Yes. So you do you, but either way, it is enjoyable too. It's enjoyable solo doing 3-handed. I have not done commander mode. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do commander mode for Hush. You guys let me know if you think I should do commander mode or one of the, I don't know, what do they call their solo mode? Commander mode. Yeah. So if you guys want to see me do commander mode for Hush or for Joker and Harley Quinn, let me know in the comments. I'll play that in commander mode instead. Maybe I'll put a poll up. It'll be in the community for a poll too. Last thing is the theme. So I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC fan. I like DC comics well enough. I know the IP and all that. The thematicness for this, after watching the Hush movie, and I don't know how much the Hush animated movie stuck to the original comics, I do feel like this is a lot disjointed. I kind of mentioned it in my painting stream and everything. Like, Huntress doesn't make sense in this set. The mind control Batman does, but I would rather also have had a Poison Ivy instead, make it a 2-character thing the same way that Joker and Harley Quinn is. The locations make 0 sense. I said that during this playthrough. Like, they're not thematic necessarily to the characters you're playing up against. They're not thematic to really anybody who would just know what these locations are. With that said, the theme itself is good. I like the United System. I like the superhero comic theme. I don't know if I would like this with any other theme on it, because I don't know if it would work as well. Like, people are talking about Star Wars United. I don't know if this would work with Star Wars, right? You're punching thugs and punching. I mean, I guess you could. You'd be a Jedi and you do force moves. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd have to play it. But either way, the theme works. I like the Batman theme. I like the stuff here. It makes sense that they made a Batman box as the retail box. However, I don't know if Hush was the best way to make a Batman box, right? You're missing some core pieces to the Batman mythos. And Hush, I don't think, is the character you want to highlight, right? The Joker and Harley Quinn, cool. That makes sense. I think they, instead of Hush in this box, it should have been Poison Ivy by herself. And then you have the controlled Superman Poison Ivy. But I guess you can't do that without Hush. So either way, guys, there we go. That is DC Superheroes United. If you want to watch more of these playthroughs, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way you know when I go live later this week on Wednesday and Friday. If you have any comments about the playthrough, rules, mistakes, make sure you leave those in the comments. If you want to support Para los Niños, the links are in the description, as well in the chat, as well as on my main page of the channel. You can donate. Lots of incentives. I'll have the incentive video going up later this week. Until next time, guys. Peace.